In this video, I want to show you how to crochet these super cute bookmarks. I made a pumpkin, a mushroom, and an acorn, and all of them have this long chain with a leaf at the bottom. And if you put them in your book, it will look a little bit like this, and the leaves will stick out at the bottom. So I think they're super cute, and let's jump right into it. For this project, I will use a yarn with a weight of 2.5 to 3.5. I will use my crochet hook size 3mm, some fiber fill, a stitch marker, a basting needle, and scissors. For these bookmarks, I decided to go with a regular leaf at the bottom, and we will start with this leaf. We will need a slip knot, so put the yarn around your thumb like this. Insert the hook, get the yarn, pull through here, and pull it tight, and this is our slip knot. We will do a chain of 8. So yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this is my chain of 8. And now I will work backwards or on the back of the chain. If you look closely, you see these loops on the back of the chain, and this is where we will go through with our hook. So from the third loop from the hook, so this is the first, the second, the third, we will do a double crochet. So wrap the yarn around your hook, go through the third loop from the hook, yarn over and pull through. 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And this is our double crochet. Now we will do 2 treble crochets into the next stitch. This is the next loop we will go through. To do a treble crochet, wrap the yarn around your hook twice, go through this loop, yarn over, and pull through. Now we have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Our first treble crochet. We will repeat this treble crochet into the same stitch. So yarn around your hook twice, go through the same loop, yarn over and pull through. 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So now we have 2 treble crochets in this stitch. Next we will do a double crochet in the next stitch. So if you look closely, this is the next loop. Yarn around your hook once. Through this loop, if I can get it. Yeah. Yarn over, pull through. 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. 1 double crochet. Next we have a half double crochet. Yarn around your hook. Through the next loop. Yarn over and pull through, and for the half double crochet you yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at the same time. The next stitch will be a single crochet, so go through the loop, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. And the last one, we're at the last loop, will be a slip stitch, sorry. Go through the loop, yarn over and pull through. And also pull through the loop you have on your hook. Now we will do a chain 1. And now we work our way back on the other side of the leaf. So on the back side or bottom side of this chain. So the first stitch on the other side is the one right after the knot. If you look closely, this is the slip knot we did. And here we have the first stitch. And into this we will do a slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop you have on your hook. The next one is going to be 1 single crochet. So find the next stitch. This is the stitch we just did. So go through the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. The next one is a half double crochet, yarn around your hook, find the next stitch, it's right here, go through, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops for a half double crochet. Then we will do 1 double crochet, so yarn around your hook, find the next stitch, it's right here, go through, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the last 2. Into the next stitch we will do 2 treble crochets, so yarn around your hook twice, find the next stitch, it's right here, it's this one, yarn over, pull through, 4 loops, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the next 2, yarn over through the last 2, and once again wrap the yarn around your hook twice, go through the same stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, 4 loops, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the next 2, and yarn over through the last 2. Now we will do a double crochet in the next stitch, so yarn around your hook once, find the next stitch, this is the stitch we just did 2 treble crochets, so it's this one. Go through, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the last 2. Now we will make a chain of 2, 1, 2, and we will do a slip stitch into the same stitch we did our double crochet. So it's this stitch right here. So go through, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop you have on your hook. And this is the little leaf. Now we will do a chain. So for me, I measured my books, and for me it's going to be a chain of 50, but just take your favorite book, or it also depends on the size of crochet hook and yarn you use. Just make the chain as long as you need it, and I will go with 50. I will start with the bottom part of the mushroom, the white stem, and for this we will need a magic ring. So put the yarn around your hook, around your thumb like this, and I like to hold it back here with these 2 fingers. Go in with your hook, grab the yarn, twist it at the same time when you come out, yarn over and pull through this loop. And this is our magic ring. And into this magic ring I will do 8 single crochets. And I will do yarn under single crochets. So I will not yarn over like this. I will put the yarn under my hook and go through. You can do the yarn over technique if you're more comfortable with that. The reason why I do yarn under, I learned this a while ago with amigurumi, because I always did the yarn over, but the yarn under gives you so much sturdier pieces, especially with amigurumi. So whenever I do a tiny piece that doesn't need to be like soft or anything, I do the yarn under technique. So I will keep doing this. 3, 4, 5. I urge you to try it, especially the difference, just compare it. 7 and 8. So I have my 8 single crochets. I will close my magic ring now by pulling on this end. And I will work in closed rounds. So I will go through this first single crochet I made here and do a slip stitch. So we will go through here. It's a little tricky. Get both loops of this stitch like this, yarn over, and also pull through the loop on your hook. So this is my first round of the mushroom bottom part. In the next round we will increase from 8 to 10. So we will do an increase on this side and on this side. So we need a slow increase. We don't want to make like a sphere. So first do a chain, and then I will do 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So I will go through the same stitch I did my slip stitch in. So through here, yarn under, pull through, 1 single crochet, another single crochet, and the third, and then I will do an increase. So 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. So my first one, and into the same stitch, the second one. And we repeat this pattern, 3 single crochets, so 1 in this stitch, 1 in this one, and another single crochet into the next one. And then we will do our increase. So 1 and 2 in the same stitch. And again, I will close my round with a slip stitch. I will go through the first single crochet I made right here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on my hook. And this is the beginning of our stem. In the next round, we will keep crocheting 1 stitch in each stitch around, so 1 single crochet. So we will keep the count of 10 single crochets, and I will start my round with a chain and a single crochet into the same stitch I did the slip stitch in. So this is my first single crochet, and now I will mark my round so I don't get lost. Second, third, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right here. And this is my first single crochet, so I will end my round with a slip stitch through this first single crochet, and 1 more round of 10 single crochets. So chain 1, do 1 single crochet into the same stitch you did the slip stitch in, and then go around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. And I will end my round with a slip stitch through the first single crochet I did in this round. And the next one is going to be a decrease. We want to go back to the 8 stitches we had in the beginning, or 8 single crochets. So we will do, as always, chain 1, do a single crochet, mark my stitch, second single crochet, third single crochet, and then we will do a decrease. And I will do a decrease only going through the front loop. I would show you 2 methods. You can go through the loop as usual, get the yarn, go through the next loop, get the yarn, and pull through all 3 stitches. You can do this, or you can go through the front loop of the next stitch, through the front loop of the next stitch, get the yarn, pull through 2 loops, and pull through. So this is called the invisible decrease, and you can do whatever you want. If you're more comfortable with the other one, or you have your own, just crochet 2 stitches together. So we did 3 single crochets and our decrease, and we will repeat 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and again a decrease, and I will once again do the front loop of the next stitch, the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through the loops. And now I'm at the end of my round, 8 single crochets or 8 stitches, and I will end the round with a slip stitch. At this point, before it gets too narrow or too fiddly, I will take my leaf, I will crochet another few, I have a twist in here, another few chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something like this, and I will fasten off, leaving a longer yarn tail. Take my basting needle and I will attach this to my mushroom. So I will go through this hole I have from the magic ring and pull this. And what you need to do is try to get the chain through. And now we will make a big knot. So we will tie a knot a couple of times. So I have this big knot here, and I can pull back the chain, and it doesn't slip out of the mushroom. And this is how I will attach my bottom chains and leaf pieces. So now we can just stuff in the 2 ends we have here. I will make them shorter. So we decrease to 8 stitches, to 8 single crochets. Now we will do 2 rounds of just 8 single crochets, so single crochet in each stitch around. Start with a chain and do 1 single crochet in the same stitch we did the slip stitch in. Mark my round. 2, 3, 4, do this for 2 rounds. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whoops. And 8. This is my 8th single crochet. End the round with a slip stitch through the first single crochet. And repeat. Chain 1, 1 single crochet in the same stitch as the slip stitch. Mark my round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whoops, and number 8 right here. And then we close our round again. And all that's left to do for the stem is 1 more round with increases in each stitch. We will go from 8 to 16 stitches. So do a chain and 2 single crochets into the same stitch as we did our slip stitch in. So single crochet number 1 and number 2. This is my first increase. I will mark my stitch again. And we have another increase in the next stitch. 3 and 4, next stitch 5 and 6, then we have 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14. Then we have our last increase into this stitch, 15 and 16. And I will close my round with a slip stitch through the first single crochet of the round and through the loop on my hook. This is going to be the bottom part of the cap. So this is the beginning of our mushroom. I will cut the yarn and fasten off, and I will not use this yarn to attach the cap. I will use the red. So we can put this aside and get to the cap. For the cap, we will do another magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your thumb like this. Go in here, grab the yarn and twist it at the same time. The yarn over and pull through this little loop. And we have our magic ring. Into this magic ring, once again, 8 single crochets. And I will keep doing the yarn under technique. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. We will close our magic ring. I'm pulling on this and close the round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet with it. This is the first one. So I go through here and do a slip stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on our hook. So this is our first round. We will increase from 8 to 16 stitches by doing 2 single crochets in each stitch. I will start with a chain, and then I will do 2 single crochets into the same stitch I did my slip stitch in. So 1 single crochet and another one. And I will mark this round now with my stitch marker right here. And the second increase, 1 and 2. The third increase, 1 and 2. Increase number 4, 1 and 2. 5. We have 6. 7. And we get to number 8. This is our last increase, 1 and 2. So we got from 8 single crochets to 16 single crochets. We will end the round by doing a slip stitch through the first single crochet of this round. Pull right through the loop on your hook, and this is our second round. I will close my magic ring even further. And now we will do 2 more rows of 16 single crochets, meaning we do each single crochet into each stitch around. So I will start with a chain again and my first single crochet through the same stitch I did the slip stitch in. So 1, I will mark the stitch, and we will meet when I'm done with the 2 rounds of 16. So just go around and close your round with a slip stitch. 2 more rounds, 2, 3, 4. So I finished my cap and I left a long yarn tail to attach it to the stem, and I fastened it off. And before we attach it to the stem, we will do some white dots on top, and I will do the French knot from embroidery. You can do different techniques. What you could do is just go around with the yarn a couple of times in each different places to get white spots. But I will do the French knot. I will show you. Just come through any point in the cap. I will leave a longer tail because I will do a couple. And then I will put my needle here and wrap my yarn around my needle twice. Now I will go back through the cap, but not in the same exact position. Otherwise I will pull it back through. So I will go through here, for example, and it's important that I make sure that the knot is already at the bottom. And then I will just pull through like this. Oops. This is not supposed to be there. Just like this. And then I have this tiny knot. And I will do this again a couple of times. Maybe go through here, down here. Then I will put the yarn around my needle twice and go back in a little more to the side, making sure the knot already touches the cap of the mushroom, and pull back through. And I have another knot. And I have 4 white dots on my mushroom. Let's make sure we don't have our yarn tangled in between the white ones like I do. And I will just weave in this white yarn. Right, that should be enough. Cut the ends. And this is my cap. Now we can connect it to the stem. And before we do that, I will stuff my stem for a little more with some fiber fill. Like this. And I will weave in this white end, which we don't need. Just go through here and that's it. I will hide it in here. Okay, now we will put the long red end of the cap on our basting needle. And when you put the cap on top of your stem, you will go through the bottom loop, if you look at the cap like this, through the bottom loop of each stitch here, and through the bottom loop of the stitches of the stem. So like this, and then we go back up through the bottom loop and through the bottom loop of the cap. And again through the bottom loop of the cap and the stem. And we will repeat this all the way around. So I attached the cap, and the only thing left to do, I'm at the end, the only thing left to do is weave in the yarn. I will just go through the cap, pull through, and go through a few stitches here, just making sure that the yarn end is secure. And then you can push it down like this. So our little mushroom with our leaf at the bottom is done. For the acorn, I will start with the bottom part, and for this we will need a magic ring. So put the yarn around your thumb like this, go in with your hook, grab the yarn and twist it at the same time when you pull it out. Then yarn over and pull through the tiny loop you created, and this is the magic ring. Into this ring I will do 4 single crochets, and I will work in the yarn under technique, so the yarn is under my hook when I do single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, I will close my magic ring and end my round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet we made. That's this one. And it's a little tricky when you only have 4 single crochets in the magic ring. Just do a slip stitch and then chain 1. And this is our first round. The next round is going to be an increase in each stitch. So we go from 4 single crochets to 8 single crochets. We will start with the stitch we just did the slip stitch in. So it's a little tough to get through. I will do 1 single crochet and another single crochet into the same stitch. So we have our first increase. Then we go to the next stitch right here and do another increase. So 1 single crochet and another in the same stitch. Then we have our third increase right here, 1 single crochet and the second single crochet. And then we have number 4 right here, 1 single crochet and another one, and this was our last increase. So we're at 8 single crochets now. Close the round with a slip stitch through the first single crochet of the round, pull through here and pull through the loop on your hook. So now this is our second round done. And now we will increase, I will do a chain, and now we will increase from 8 to 12 by doing 1 single crochet and 1 increase, alternating until the end of the round. So I will start with the same stitch I did the slip stitch in, single crochet, and then we will do an increase in the next stitch. So 2 in 1, 1 and 2. Then we have another single crochet and another increase, 1 and 2, single crochet, increase, 1 and 2, single crochet and increase. This is our very last increase, 1 and 2. Now we can end the round by going through the first single crochet and do a slip stitch. We will now do 3 rounds of just 12 single crochets. So no increase, no decrease. So I will chain 1, and now I will start in the same stitch I did the slip stitch in. So this is number 1, 2, in each stitch around, just 1 single crochet. Do this for 3 rounds. So I finished the 3 rounds of just 12 single crochets, and I fastened off and didn't leave a long yarn tail because we will not need this to attach it to the cap, so you can just stuff it in. I ended the round with a slip stitch, and now we can put it aside and get to the cap. For the cap we will do a magic ring, so put the yarn around your thumb like this. Go through with your hook, grab the yarn and twist it at the same time. Grab the yarn again and go through this tiny loop. And into this loop we will now work double crochets. And first I have to make a chain of 2. This will not count as my double crochet, as my first stitch or double crochet. This is just so I get to the same height as the double crochets I will do. So I will still do 12 double crochets into this magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your hook, go through the loop, get the yarn, and you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Around your hook, through, yarn over, pull through. Through the first 2, through the last 2. So this is number 2. I'll do this faster now. Number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12. Now we will close our magic ring. And end the round with a slip stitch through the first double crochet of the round. So this is the chain I did, and my first double crochet is right here. If you are not sure, just count backwards 12 stitches and you will know which stitch is your double crochet. I will do a slip stitch through here and close my magic ring even further. And the next round, chain 1, the next round is going to be just single crochets in each stitch around. So I will start with the same stitch I just did the slip stitch in, and I will do yarn under. 1, 2, all the way around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, number 11, and the last one 12, and then we close our round with a slip stitch through the first single crochet we made in this round. Alright, and this is our cap, and all that's left to do is fasten off. We will leave a longer yarn tail, and what we need for our cap is a stem. So now we will do a little stem. To do this stem, put the yarn around your thumb like you would do a slip knot, but leave a longer end. Go through here, grab the yarn and pull through this loop on around your thumb, and we have a slip knot. And now we will wrap this yarn around your hook, our hook, from the front to the back, and then we will yarn over and pull through both loops we now have on our hook. And we will repeat this. Wrap the yarn around your hook from the front to the back, yarn over, pull through both loops. This is number 3, number 4, and yeah, I think that's enough. So we will do 4. I will cut the yarn, fasten off, and now we have a cute little 3D stem. It's more thick than just a chain and more sturdy. Put one end on your basting needle, go through one side of the cap, like to the right of the hole of the magic ring, and then get the other end of the stem, go through the other side of the magic ring. Now you can pull on both and tie a knot. We can hide this knot in the middle. This is perfect. I will cut the yarn from the knot, and also cut the yarn from the magic ring a little more. And before we connect these both pieces, I will connect the chain with the leaf. Once again, in addition to the chain I already did, I will do another 6 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already cut the yarn. I will fasten off. Put this on my basting needle. Go through the hole of the magic ring. Pull through and also pull through the chain. And now I will tie a knot at the top of the chain. Make sure you have a thick knot, and then you can pull back the chain and it will not slip through your acorn. All right, we can cut this yarn, stuff it in, and put a little fiber fill into our acorn bottom. And now it's time to connect the top. Put it on your basting needle. And try to leave the bottom part of the cap loose. So go through the like one row below, like closer to the double crochets you made. I will start by going through my with my yarn, and then I will go through the outer loop of the bottom acorn. And then I will go back up through the outer loop, and I will go through the next stitch here. Then I will find the next stitch through the outer loop, the outer loop, and the next stitch. And you will go around like this until you get to the other side. So the cap is attached all around, and you can see it has this part sticking out since we did not attach the very outer edge of the cap. And all that's left to do is sew in the yarn tail to make sure it doesn't come loose. And our bookmark is finished. Can cut the excess. And our bookmark with the acorn on top and the leaf at the bottom is finished. And it goes very well with the already made mushroom. And let's do one more. For the pumpkin, we will do a magic ring in orange color. Just put the yarn around your thumb, go in here, grab the yarn and twist it at the same time. Grab the yarn and pull through this loop you made. And now we will do 8 single crochets into this magic ring. I will not do the yarn under technique because I want this to be more soft than other amigurumis. So I will do regular single crochets, and you will see later why. So 2, just do 8 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, number 8. Now I will close my magic ring by pulling on this, and I will end my round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet I made. So it's a little tricky here. So yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop on your hook and chain 1. And this is our first round. I will now go from 8 to 16 single crochets, starting with the stitch I just did the slip stitch in. So I will go through here. This is the stitch, this one, and I will do 2 single crochets into the stitch. So 1 and 2. I'm doing the yarn under. Supposed to do the yarn over. I'm very used to the other technique now. I'm using my stitch marker now, so I know where to end the round. And now I will into each stitch do 2 single crochets. So each stitch is an increase. So this is the second increase, 2 single crochets. The third increase, 2 single crochets. Number 4, 1 and 2. Number 5, 1 and 2. Number 6, 1 and 2. Then we have number 7, 1 and 2. Whoops. And then we have the last one, number 8, 1 and 2. So we increased from 8 to 16 stitches, and I will end my round with a slip stitch through this very first single crochet. So whoops, get the whole loop, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook and chain 1. Second round done. Now we will do 4 rounds of just 16 single crochet. So 1 single crochet in each stitch around, no increases, nothing. So I will start again with the stitch I just did the slip stitch in, go through, do my first single crochet, and then I will mark my round again. And now just go around and do single crochets for 4 rounds. I finished my 4 rounds of just 16 single crochets, and before we close our pumpkin, we will attach our leaf and chain to the bottom. I did not fasten this off because in addition to the chain I already did, I will do another 6, a chain of 6, 4, 5, and 6, and then I will fasten off. I already cut the yarn, and then I will put it on my basting needle. If I can find it. There it is. So put it on your basting needle and go through the hole you have from the magic ring from the beginning. I will pull on this and also pull the chain through. And into this chain, into the top, I will make a knot. That's why I did another few chains. Make sure it's a big one. So I have this big knot here. And now I can pull on my chain again. And it's secure. It will not come out of the pumpkin. The next thing is to put some stuffing in here, just a tiny bit. I don't want to overstuff it because I want to give it a certain shape. So I just put some fiber fill in there. Oh, I forgot to put this in here as well. This is the end of the magic ring. We will hide this in here as well. And this is enough. And now we will close our pumpkin. Do I have... Yes, I have it mixed or tangled up. To close our pumpkin, we will do decreases for each 2 stitches. And I will do an invisible decrease. You can, if you want, go through, get the yarn, go through the next one, get the yarn, and then pull through all 3 loops. You can do that. And I like to do with amigurumi the invisible decrease, meaning I only go through the front loop, and then I go through the front loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through these 2 loops here, yarn over, pull through these 2 loops. And this for all 16 stitches. So this is my second decrease. Just keep crocheting these 2 stitches together in whichever method you prefer. So number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, seven, forgot my stitch marker, and number 8, last decrease. Whoops, front loop only, and number 8. I will close my round with a slip stitch into the first decrease I made. It's this one. Just going through this loop, through this stitch, and do a slip stitch. And our pumpkin is done. We can fasten off and leave a longer yarn tail, because with this we will give the pumpkin its shape. So I will leave quite a bit. Better safe than sorry. And fasten off. And to close the pumpkin, put the yarn on your needle and do a reversed magic ring. So we will go through each stitch, but only through the front loop. So go through each of the stitches, front loop only. Next one, 3, 4, 5, whoops, 6, 7, and number 8. And when you pull on this, your pumpkin's closed. And now we will put the pumpkin into shape by going through the top and finding your way through the stuffing, which in my case can be a bit hard because it's one piece and I have a blunt needle. Okay, found my way. And I try to get through at the bottom. All right, now we will go around the pumpkin like this and do the same. Go through the middle again and come out at the bottom. And if you pull on this, you give the pumpkin the wavy shape, that makes it look like a pumpkin. Yeah. Go in through the top, come out at the bottom, And now move the yarn over a little bit. I tried to do 6 different segments. So it's 1/6 of the pumpkin. I move over. I mean, it's not necessary to be that accurate. You can also do 5 or... All right, I will weave in this yarn. And then we will come to the stem on top. All right, this is my pumpkin now, and I will use the green yarn to make a 3D stem. I will show you. You will do a slip knot like this, but leave a longer tail. Go through your thumb like this, yarn over, and pull through this loop. Pull it tight and you have your slip knot. Now I will wrap the yarn on the bottom, the one that I left a longer tail. I will wrap it around the hook, yarn over, and pull through both loops I have on my hook now. And I will do that again. Wrap the yarn around your hook from the front to the back, yarn over, and pull through both loops I have on my hook now. And I will do this one more time. I have 3 stitches, and I think that's the perfect size for our pumpkin. Now we can fasten off, and we have these 2 ends we can use to connect it to the pumpkin now. Get our pumpkin back, and I will go in to the left and to the right of this hole in the middle and just weave in the green yarn. So like this, and then I get to the other end, go in on the opposite side of the top hole, and weave in the end. And our little pumpkin is done with the leaf at the end and another bookmark. So we have the pumpkin, the acorn, and the little mushroom, with a long chain and a leaf at the end. And I think this is a very, very cozy looking and super cute fall themed pattern for bookmarks. I hope you liked my little tutorial, and thanks for watching.